What's up, people? Hito Kitty here, and yeah, I just came back from a fun family cruise that I haven't been on in years. Little do I know, I come back to some toxicity from the shill side of Star Wars, sadly enough. But hey, I guess when they're upset, and they ran all over social media, no matter if it's YouTube or anything. But we know that much. Anyways, let's get into this crap. So this right here is a child who likes to call himself Darth Paws, or I like to say Darth Furry, because come on, that's red flags already. Who calls himself Darth Paws? It's a walking furry. He's notorious for making hate content recently on Star Wars Theory, or just anybody who likes OG or whatever. He likes the new stuff, and there's nothing wrong with the new stuff, but it's not the same. It's not the same, okay? But he doesn't prioritize his videos for his so-called audience at the time. All of his vids, all of his thumbnails have always been immature, insulting, hate thumbnails of Theory or anybody who likes George Lucas Star Wars. It's irrelevant and it's immature BS. And I was never subbed to the dude or anything. This child literally went on Theory's live streams and started insulting him. And you know what Theory would reply with? He'd be like, hey, bro, we don't have to do this here. We can be genuine and talk it out. I'll invite you on, etc., and we can just hash it out. Like, let's be civil about this, etc. And you know what this child did? He responded with insults. I mean, at some point, you would think this kid was a troll, but his channel literally became nothing but hate videos on Theory. And for what? He honestly just made himself look bad. It's sad, period. So anyways, let me get to my point. Anyways, that's all this kid ever did. Just hate content after hate content solely on Theory. So eventually, I guess, a couple months ago now, I mean, I don't know how many subs this kid had. Maybe just over a K, maybe 5K. But it wasn't anything remarkable, but that's not the point. Anyways, he was picking fights with Theory, and I can kind of see where that'd be lenient. You know, you pick on a big YouTuber, you'll get backlash, whether it's good or bad. You'll still get views regardless, which is stupid because it's just a good way to cancel yourself if you're just going to throw insults 24/7 and not go behind the scenes and say like, oh, I'm just kidding, man. No, it was full on hate, which I guess eventually just caught up to him because a couple months back everyone noticed his shit was gone. His YouTube channel was still up there, but there was no vids, there was no whatever, and I think I checked Twitter just to type in his name, and there was nothing like that either, and I think there was in the past, but who knows, this kid was just toxic at best. In his comment sections before his vids got taken down, there was always way more comments supporting Theory than there was bashing him. No matter what. And there was a decent amount that sided with this furry. Yes, I'm calling him a furry. If you ain't gonna be civil to people, then you don't get my right to be civil to you. Period. Okay? And I'd even join in and defend Theory. And I was civil about it, and every time I made an insult, I'd just be like, well, thanks for the W. If you can't even conversate with me without, throwing insults, and let's be real, it just makes you look bad, because if you're just going to throw immature insults and not back up your reasoning on why you hate somebody, then it's pointless, and you're going to go nowhere. And since Theory has got millions in following, he pissed off way more, I guess he pissed off way more people than he thought he would, and I'm only assuming so because I got blamed for this because somebody tagged my reel and said I was a part of the so-called people who took him down. No, I thought it was hilarious and I made a vid about it. That's all I did. Why I'm making this is because I'm attacking the fruitcakes who stole my screenshot of my reel. I don't like that shit. You steal something of mine, even if it's harmless, I'm gonna say something. Darth Furry reaped what he sowed, and he lost his channel because he made nothing but hate vids. Okay? He did that all on his own. He canceled himself. And now I have people stealing my shit who sound like grown men like myself. Now that's sad. Two guys podcasting or just doing God knows what, talking about a minor and how being abusive to a creator who's helped us through lifelong events, Star Wars related. It's honestly just sad on their part for how old these two guys are that are talking in this video. And surprising for me because my little reel got over 500 likes, which I was like, hey, cool, but I just did it out of fun. You know, I wasn't with these people who destroyed this furry, but I'm glad it happened. Anyway, I comment on the dude who stole part of my reel through a screenshot defending Theory, and he responds with an insult, so he's no different than this furry. It's all just bias following, that's all it is. And you could say the same for Theory. But a majority of those people are just hardcore fans who hate change, okay? Not saying Disney's bad, not saying the sequels are trash. I don't like them. I view them just as Theory does. We have the same outlook on things, and he's a great guy. And I'm in his streams a lot. I know how he works. He's never rude. Never. These people are toxic, and they like to manipulate shit like news anchors. Period. And yes, I'm a grown-ass man, and as you can see in right here, I don't have a filter. I mean, I filtered my words, but you can clearly see what I meant with my reply, because if he's gonna be like that, why can't I? It's a fair game. I was civil at first, and they can't beat it back, and it just proves my points on who the toxic and, well, again, immature people are. Got nothing better to do. They just make hate content after hate content after hate content. Can't just freaking talk it out. Don't blame the people who like the OG stuff. Blame the people who are distorting your stuff. I don't know, maybe like Disney, Kathleen, etc. You name it. The people who are actually hurting your franchise, not us. And to Dark Espadaa, don't steal any more of my shit, because I will follow up, okay, bud? I don't care if you want to stalk minors and have your furry little fest, but don't steal any of my shit trying to prove a point that is immature and toxic as fuck, okay? Yeah, later.